Have you ever considered how armed conflicts have shaped the world we know today? Throughout history, these clashes have redrawn political boundaries, triggered significant economic shifts, and spurred profound cultural transformations. They've not only altered the course of nations but also the lives of countless individuals. From the ancient battlefields of Greece to the modern theaters of war, armed conflicts have left indelible marks on our collective narrative. Let's dive into the 5 longest and most devastating armed conflicts in the world to understand their profound impact. We begin our journey in ancient Greece with the Peloponnesian War, lasting from 431 to 404 BC. A power struggle between Athens and Sparta, this conflict was fueled by political rivalries and strategic alliances that divided the Greek world. Key events such as the infamous Sicilian expedition, where Athens suffered a catastrophic defeat, and the Plague of Athens, which decimated the city's population, highlighted the devastating toll of this war. The end came with the defeat of Athens, marking a shift in power towards Sparta. The Peloponnesian War had profound consequences. It brought an end to the golden age of Athens, a time of cultural and intellectual flourishing. Moreover, it paved the way for the rise of Sparta, but also left Greece weakened and divided, making it vulnerable to outside forces. This war set the stage for the eventual conquest of Greece by the Macedonians. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, we encounter the 100 Years' War between England and France from 1337 to 1453. A bitter contest for the French throne ignited this conflict, sparked by a complex web of feudal loyalties and territorial claims. This war was a chessboard of shifting alliances and power plays, punctuated by key events like the Battle of Crécy and the rise of national heroine Joan of Arc. These events, along with the introduction of longbowmen and gunpowder, forever changed the face of warfare. The 100 Years' War was not merely a military dispute. It was a crucible forging the national identities of both England and France. English and French languages evolved distinctly during this period, and a sense of patriotism emerged, laying the groundwork for the modern nation-states we know today. This war marked the end of medieval warfare and the emergence of early modern Europe. Moving into the modern period, we examine the Napoleonic Wars, a series of conflicts dominating Europe from 1803 to 1815. These wars were sparked by the French Revolution and the rise of a certain Corsican general, Napoleon Bonaparte. His military genius and political acumen catapulted him to the role of the French leader, and he quickly set about expanding French influence across Europe. Key events during this period include the Battle of Austerlitz, where Napoleon's strategic brilliance led to a decisive victory, and the disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812, which marked the beginning of the end for Napoleon's empire. These wars spread the ideals of the French Revolution, liberty, equality, and fraternity, far beyond the borders of France. However, they also caused immense destruction and loss of life. The fall of Napoleon marked the beginning of a new era in European politics, one which would see the rise of new powers and the shaping of the continent as we know it today. Finally, we arrive at the 2 most devastating conflicts in human history, World War I and World War II. The First World War, between 1914 and 1918, was a cataclysm born of complex alliances, imperial ambitions, and a tangle of causes. It saw the fall of empires and the birth of new nations, and left over 17 million dead. World War II, spanning from 1939 to 1945, was a war of ideologies, pitting fascism against democracy. It was a conflict that brought forth previously unthinkable horrors, including the Holocaust and the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. With a death toll estimated in the tens of millions, it remains the deadliest conflict in human history. Both wars reshaped the global political landscape, accelerating the decline of European empires and the rise of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers. These wars not only changed the course of history but also left an indelible mark on humanity. From ancient Greece to the modern era, armed conflicts have significantly shaped our world. The Peloponnesian War, the 100 Years' War, the Napoleonic Wars, and the 2 World Wars have each left indelible marks on human history. They've altered borders, transformed societies, and impacted countless lives. Their legacies continue to echo, reminding us of the devastating costs of conflict. As we grapple with their profound effects, we gain perspective. Understanding these conflicts allows us to comprehend our past and informs the choices we make for our future.